you. St. Tammany deputies want your help finding the man we're showing on your screen right now, 25-year-old Mario Haynes. He's suspected in a fatal shooting last night at a gas station in Lacombe. The coroner identified the victim as a 23-year-old Jawarren Martin, who died of a gunshot wound to his chest. St. Tammany detectives have already arrested Haynes' girlfriend, Megan Coleman, who is booked as a principal to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice.